Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I am MD Asifur Rahman Emti from Southeast University, CC Department 70 batch. Today I am going to talk about cybersecurity, one of the most important topics in our digital world. As we use the internet for communication, banking, shopping, education and entertainment, the risk of cyber attacks is also increasing. Cybersecurity helps protect our personal data, financial information and national security from hackers and online threats. In this presentation, we will learn why cybersecurity is important, the types of threats we face, and the best way to stay safe online. What is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity is the practice of protecting computer systems, networks, devices, programs, and data from digital attack, damage, or unauthorized access. Cyber attack statistics in Bangladesh. The largest cyber attack in history occurred in Bangladesh on February 4, 2016. North Korea's a group of hackers planned to hack $1 billion from Bangladesh Bank and they succeeded to hack $81 million from reserve. Fortunately, the transfer of the remaining funds except for $81 million was blocked. Then in 2023, notable cyber attack incidents occurred, including the hacking of a Bangladeshi payment gateway, around 16,180 crores frauding, distributing denial of service DDoS attacks on the Bangladesh Railways e-ticketing website, and the defacement of the Bangladesh National Heart Institute's website. Now we will discuss about some aspects of the importance of cybersecurity. First one, protection of information privacy, security of financial transactions, upholding organizations' reputation, legal obligations, national security, ways to implement cybersecurity. 1. Related education and training, raise awareness, policy development and implementation, use different security methods like using strong passwords, two-factor authentication, firewalls, antivirus programs, etc. Related terminology of cybersecurity. First one is threat. If an object is capable of causing damage to an asset, then that object is called a threat to that asset. Number 2, risk. Risk is the possibility of loss of assets. Vulnerability. If an asset has its own weakness, the risk of that asset being damaged is high. Therefore, this weakness can be called the vulnerability of that asset. Number 4, attack. An attack is a type of action. An attack violates the security of an asset and damages the asset. Number 5, exploitation. Knowing the weakness of an asset and attacking it at that point is called exploitation. Payload. A payload is a type of exploit code that intentionally damages assets. Number 7, zero-day attack. After creating a computer application, a vulnerability or weakness may be found. Usually when such a weakness is found, the developer company releases a patch. However, if this weakness is discovered by an outsider before the developer and used to exploit it to damage assets, it is called a zero-day attack. Number 8, daisy chaining. It is the practice of gaining access to one network or computer and then using that network or computer to access multiple other networks and computers. Number 9, doxing. Suppose a lot of information is provided in database on various websites or through social media. When a person takes information from these places and publishes it in another online medium without consent, it is called doxing. Number 10, bot. It is an automated software program designed to perform a specific task online without human intervention. Then I will discuss about information security. What is information security? It is the protection of information and the systems that contain it in such a way that the possibility of information theft, misuse, and manipulation is low or tolerable. Elements of information security. First one is confidentiality. It is mainly related to access to information. That is, confidentiality is when a system ensures access to its stored information only to authorized users and prevents access to any unauthorized users. Second one is integrity. It means trustworthiness. that is, the information the system is displaying to a user is accurate and is being displayed with the approval of the appropriate authority. Third one is availability. It means providing information is a specific format to authorized users as soon as they want it. Fourth one is authenticity. It is a fundamental element of information security that ensures the authenticity of a user's identity. Fifth one is non-repudiation. It is the ability of an individual or organization to deny an action once it has been taken. This is especially important in digital transactions. Then I will discuss an important part, that is cybersecurity career. When it comes to building a career, the first thing to consider is to its salary and benefits. In this regard, cybersecurity specialists usually enjoy high salaries. Moreover, job security is also higher, as organizations always need skilled workers to keep their information secure. Bangladesh's cybersecurity strategy 2021 to 2025. Bangladesh's cybersecurity strategy 2021 to 2025 is a comprehensive plan. The main goal of this strategy is to build a sustainable, integrated, and efficient cybersecurity infrastructure. Therefore, cybersecurity as a career will become more popular among people in the future. Some of the main objectives of this strategy are: first one is coordination of public and private sectors, National Cybersecurity Protection Policy, National Cyber Remediation of and Response Mechanism. Number 4, education and training. Number 5, laws and regulations. Number 6, technological development. As part of this strategy, new opportunities and career paths are being created by cybersecurity professionals in Bangladesh. Information security threat vectors. Number 1, cloud computing threats. Cloud computing is a popular branch of information technology today. Although this technology has numerous benefits, it also faces various security threats. For example, if an organization stores all of its data in the cloud and that could service a security vulnerability, hackers can exploit that vulnerability to access that organization's data. Number 2, Advanced Persistent Threat (ATP). Advanced Persistent Threat (APT) is a type of complex and continuous cyber attack which is carried out by a group of hackers at the advanced level. The target of this type of attack is mainly large-scale organizations, government institutions, or military networks. The main objective of APT hackers is to secretly and for a long time access the target so that they can steal valuable information or monitor. Virus and wormhole. Virus and wormholes are major threat of networks that are capable of rapidly infecting networks. There are two types of malware. They cause extensive damage to computer systems. A virus is a type of malware that insides in a host file or program and spreads by copying itself to other programs. It is basically a parasitic malware that infects and damages existing files. On the other hand, a wormhole is a type of malware that can spread itself over a network without the help of a host file or program. Worms usually make copies of themselves and spread quickly to different systems. Mobile threat. Mobile threats are a major challenge of the current era. These threats have become more prominent due to the widespread use of mobile devices are relatively low security controls. Mobile threats can come in mainly forms such as through applications, through vulnerabilities in the device's operating system, or through unsecured network connections. Number 5, botnet. A botnet is a type of robot network that is an organized community of a large number of hacked computers. These bots are usually under the control of a central command and control (CNC) server. Hackers use these botnets to carry out various types of cyber attacks such as distributed denial of service (DDoS) attacks, sending spam, stealing information and other malicious activities. Types of information security attacks. There are basically 5 types of attacks. Number 1, passive attack. Passive attacks do not usually involve direct data theft or manipulation. The main goal of this type of attack is the intercept and monitor network traffic and data flow. Attackers use sniffers to monitor networks activities and capture information or files sent over the network without the user's consent. These attacks are very difficult to detect as they do not have any active interaction with the target system or network. Examples of passive attacks including footprinting, sniffing, etc. Number 2. Active attack. In active attack, attackers initiate attacks on the targeted system or network by sending traffic directly. In such attacks, data in transit is often used to modify data on the targeted network or disrupt system functionality. To gain access to the internal network, attackers hamper the internal security system and gain access to remote system. However, these active attacks can be detected. Examples of active attacks are DDoS, security bypasses, malware attacks, etc. Number 3. Close-in attacks. Close-in attack is a type of attack where the attacker operates from a very close distance. The main goal of a close-in attack is to obtain information, change information, or block access to information. Insider attack. Insider attack is a type of attack that occurs from within the system. For example, an employee of an organization who has access to sensitive information and systems of the organization can intentionally cause a rule violation or management problem. As a result, the performance, reputation, and profits of the organization are severely damaged. In addition, such attacks are usually difficult to detect. And the last one is 5 number, distribution attack. Distribution attack is a type of attack that is planted during the curation of a system or product. For example, when software or hardware is created, something is added to it that allows them to access that hardware or software later without any permission. This allows them to access confidential information or cause problems in the system. Classification of possible attacks on the system. Number 1. Operating systems attack. An operating system performs the basic functions of a computer. This operating system coordinates the hardware and applications of the computer and provides service from the required applications. However, it is worth nothing that these operating systems are not free from vulnerabilities, and due to these vulnerabilities, cybercriminals can gain access to the information stored on the computer. Therefore, it is essential to identify these vulnerabilities to ensure the security of the system and reduce the risk. Number 2. Misconfiguration attack. A misconfiguration attack is a type of cyber attack that occurs due to incorrect or incomplete configuration of software systems or network. This type of attack usually occurs when security issues are given relatively little importance when setting up a system. These attacks usually result in data theft, system hacks, or unexpected data uses. Number 3. Application level attack. Application level attack is a type of network attack that is focused directly on applications. These types of attacks are usually conducted by targeting application vulnerabilities or misconfigurations. This attack can lead to application data theft, violation or rights, etc. And number 4. Shrink wrap code attack. Shrink wrap code attack is a technique used by cybercriminals to target vulnerabilities in the programming code of popular software and applications. In this method, Hackers look for misconfiguration of or programming errors in the pre-packaged code of software or applications that are widely used and readily available. In this slide, we will know about information warfare. What is information warfare? Information warfare refers to a process in which information and communication technologies are used to gain a competitive advantage over an adversary. Some types of information warfare. I will discuss about some types of information warfare. First one, command and control warfare, C2 warfare. C2 warfare is a well-organized strategy that is mainly applied to a computer security. Using C2 warfare, hackers can gain complete control over an opponent's computer systems. Number 2, intelligence-based warfare. Intelligence-based warfare is an advanced strategy that has been developed around sensor-based technology. The main goal of this strategy is to directly damage the adversary's technological systems and also to interfere with the enemy's defense capabilities by monitoring them. Number 3, psychological warfare. Psychological warfare is essentially a psychological warfare tactic. Its purpose is to demoralize the enemy, create frustration, and spread confusion among their military and civilian populations. Number 4, hacker warfare. Hacker warfare is a type of cyber attack, specifically targeting computer systems, networks, and information infrastructures. The goal of the process is to shut down systems, create data errors, steal data, monitor data, spread false messages, and gain access to information. Number 5, economic warfare. Economic warfare is a strategy that disrupts the flow of information and distorts information, affecting a nation's business and economy. This process is often carried out through various financial measures. Number 6, cyber warfare. Cyber warfare is a type of warfare where in which a country or organizations attack another country or organizations using various information technology systems. These attacks are usually carried out by attacking, sending malware, stealing data, disrupting systems operations, and destroying critical digital infrastructures. Now we will discuss about the steps of hacking. Almost everyone is familiar with the term of hacking. Hacking or hacker is usually used in a somewhat negative sense. However, it is necessary to learn hacking methods to protect yourselves from the harm of cyber criminals. Now we will know about some phases or steps of hacking. First one is recognizes phase. This phase is considered a very important phase of hacking. It is basically the initial information gathering phase. In this phase there have two parts. First one is active and second one is passive. The another phase is scanning phase. Scanning phase is the second phase of the hacking process, which comes after the recognizes phase. In this phase, hackers performed a detailed scan of the targeted system to identify various vulnerabilities based on the performance obtained. Scanning phase have some subphases. First one is port scanning, network mapping, vulnerability scanning, packet sniffing. The third number of phase is gaining access phase. Gaining access phase some subphases. This is first one is exploitation, second one is phishing attack, third one is social engineering, fourth one is password cracking. Then maintaining access phase. Maintaining access phase has four subphases. First one is rootkit, second one is backdoor, third one is cron job, fourth one is data encryption and acceleration. The fifth number of phases is clearing text phase. There have four subphases. First one is deleting log files, second one is clearing temporary files, third one is backdoor and malware removal, and the last one is browser history and cache clearing. What is cybersecurity kill chain? Cyber kill chain is an intelligent driven defense approach to detect and prevent malicious intrusion activity. This approach helps security professionals identify the steps that cyber criminals follow. Cyber kill chain method. There have 7 steps of cyber kill chain method. First one is reconnaissance. A cyber criminal's job is to find the weak points of system before attacking. For this, they monitor to collect as much information as possible about the target. They search for information available on the internet, network information, system information, and information about the targeted organizations. By monitoring at different network layers, they can find information such as network blocks, specific IP address, and use information. Second one is weaponization. The weaponization phase analyzes the information collected in the previous phase about the targeted organizations to identify vulnerabilities and strategies to gain access. Third one is delivery. In the delivery phase, the selected malware payload is delivered to the victim. It is also initiated to be delivered through various means. Number 4, exploitation. After the malware or virus is delivered to the targeted victim, malicious code is targeted on the target system. Number 5 is installation. Once cybercriminals gain access to a network, their next goal is to retain that access for as long as possible. Number 6, command and control. Command and control. After installation, cybercriminals create a command and control channel on the victim system. They establish two-way communication by sending data back and forth between the victim's system and the attacker control server. They use techniques like encryption to hide the presence of such a channel. Number 7 and the last one is actions and objective. The attacker controls the victim system from a remote location and ultimately archives their designed goals. They either gain access to confidential information. Now we will know about some unknown words. First one is tactics. In cybersecurity, tactics are the planning and operation summary of attackers, which they follow at different stages of an attack. These tactics describe how attackers plan and take action to achieve their attack goals. Second one is techniques. In the world of cybersecurity, techniques refer to a specific process or procedures that attackers follow to successfully carry out a cyber attack. The various stages of these techniques are initial compromise, command and control setup, data exploration, and covering tracks. Procedures. Procedures is the sequence of actions performed by the attacker throughout of attack cycle. Now we will know about adversary behavioral identification. Adversary behavioral identification is the identification of the methods of strategies followed by a cybercriminal to gain access to an organization's network. It gives cybersecurity professionals an idea of upcoming threats and exploits. In the next slide, we will know about hacking, hacker, or some types of hackers. What is hacking? Hacking means using a computer to commit fraudulent acts such as fraud, secrets, attacks, theft of corporate or personal data, etc. Who is hacker? Hacker is a person who enters a system or network without permission and destroys all steals important information. Hackers have extraordinary skills in all aspects of computer systems as well as the ability to explore computer software and hardware. Now we will know about some types of hacker. First one is black hat hacker. These types of hackers gain unauthorized access to computer systems for personal purpose or profit. The objectives may be to steal corporate data, violate privacy rights, transfer money from bank accounts, etc. White hat hacker. Hacking attacks are also carried out to find vulnerabilities in system. A hacker who attacks a system with the permission of the authorities to find vulnerabilities is called a white hat hacker. Grey hat hacker. Grey hats are a type of hacker who combines elements of both white and black hat hackers. Then script kiddies. A script kiddie is an unskilled individual who uses various tools or software to attack and gain access to computer systems. Hacktivist. A hacktivist is a hacker who uses hacking to send social, religious, political, and other messages to the authorities. This usually involves hacking a website and displaying the agenda message on that website. Now we enter the most important part of this presentation, that is ethical hacking. What is ethical hacking? Ethical hacking is the hacking where a hacker will hack a system with the permission of the authority and will expose the system's mistakes. That is, the authority hires these hackers to find this weakness of its system, where they test the security of various systems. Those who do not work are called ethical hackers or security experts. Importance of ethical hacking and scope of work. Cybersecurity has become an essential area to ensure the security of all types of digital infrastructures and information. Among this, ethical hacking is a method that finds and corrects system vulnerabilities to protect against cyber attacks. Now we will know about some scope of working of ethical hacking. First one, nowadays many new jobs opportunities have been created for ethical hackers. Second one is hackers mainly target large companies and large systems. Third one is hacking is often carried out under state sponsorships. Number 4, understanding how a hacker can attack a system can help protect it in advance. Number 5, ethical hacking helps us master many new skills like software development, risk management, etc. Number 6, ethical hackings are able to accurately verify the functionality of software by conducting repeat security tests in extreme and ideal scenarios. Number 7, ethical hackers use many tools and methods to eliminate all vulnerabilities in the system. Some essential techniques of ethical hacker. Some essential techniques is, first one is technical knowledge, second one is programming skills, third one is network skills, and the last one is proficiency on operating systems. Now we will know some essential techniques in ethical hacking. First one is continuous learning and adaptation. Second one is safety assessment and penetration testing. Another important part is ethical hacking tools. Hacking tools are essential for ethical hackers. Using these tools makes their work easier and helps in identifying the weaknesses of the security system. Now I will discuss 3 main types of hacking tools. First one is penetration testing software, scanning tools, and third one is password cracking tools. Now ethical hacking techniques I will discuss. First one is phishing simulation. Phishing simulation is a type of social engineering attack where hackers impersonate a trusted person or organization. Second one is social engineering. This type of psychological manipulation technique where hackers exploit a person's trust and confidence to reveal confidential information. Third one is network sniffing. Network sniffing is a method of capturing data packets. Ethical hackers use tools like Wireshark to analyze packets and identify network vulnerabilities. Moral responsibilities of an ethical hackers. Ethical hacking is not just about knowing the tools and techniques of security analytics. It also carries a moral responsibility. Ethical hackers have to use their skills and knowledge properly so that so kind of misuse occurs. First, all hacking activities must be carried out with the full approval and consent of the relevant organizations. Ethical hackers should know the boundaries of their work, and their objective must be only to increase the security of the system and address vulnerabilities. What is Information Security Management Program? An essential part of information security control is the Information Security Management Program. This program is a central pillar of information security, which enhances the performance and efficiency of every IT development organizations. Here are the framework objectives of the Information Security Management Program and how to mitigate information security risk. Thought it will be discussed in detail. What is Information Security Management Framework? Information Security Management Framework is a specific framework for information security that contains clear policies, process, procedures, standards, and guidelines. This framework establishes the necessary security level in a system to ensure information security. Key elements of an Information Security Management Program. First one is security policy, then rules and responsibilities, then guidelines, security guidelines and framework, security risk, business relations, business continuity management, disaster recovery, etc. What is information assurance? Information assurance is a process that ensures the integrity, availability, confidentiality, and authenticity of digital information. Through this elements, information is protected from all types of unauthorized access and unauthorized modification of information or unwanted data destruction. Here are some stages of information assurance. First one is developing local policy, process and guidelines taken. Second one is authentication. Third one is identifying network weakness and threats, then asset planning, then security control, then certificate and accreditation, and the last one is training program. What is threat modeling? Threat modeling is a method for identifying, evaluating, and prioritizing potential threats to a system. Some steps of threat modeling. First one is security objects applications overview, then decompose application, threat identification, vulnerability identification. Okay, then we will know about what is network security zoning. Cybersecurity are constantly increasing in the world. In the midst of this, organizations have to continue all their activities online. Therefore, network security zoning mechanisms play an important role in finding the best way to protect themselves. Network security zoning is a method that helps an organization establish a secure environment in managing its internal and external networks. Then, what is physical security? Physical security is not just about locks or security guards, but rather a complex and multidimensional system that protects an organization from various threats. This security system is essential for the stability and success of an organization. Why is physical security important? Physical security is known as the first layer of security for an organization. Its main purpose is to ensure the security to the organization's infrastructure and assets. And this process is important for several reasons. First, to prevent unauthorized access. Second, to prevent data theft from the computer system. Third, to provide protection against espionage. Fourth one is to prevent employee and social engineering attacks. Finally, physical security is an essential part of an organization's overall security strategy. This is not only protects assets but also helps the organization's core operations run smoothly. What is information security policy? An information security policy is a document that outlines how an organization's information and information resources are protected. It provides guidelines on how an organization's employees will handle sensitive information such as personal information, financial data, etc. Types of information security policy. First one is promiscuous policy. This type of security policy is usually a very open policy. This policy places more emphasis on free access than security. Second one is permissive policy. This policy contains certain restrictions or controls on users' access to and use of information. Such policies need to be updated regularly. Third one is prudent policy. Prudent policies ensures maximum security and allow access only to known and necessary services. In this policy, all activities are logged and control are strictly enforced. And the last one is paranoid policy. This policy allows only internet connection or limited internet use and prohibits also everything else. This policy is usually implemented for maximum security in places where the risk level is very high. What is incident management? Incident management is a process where an organization identifies and investigates unexpected events or problems and attempts to quickly restore normality and prevent future occurrence. An incident is any unexpected event that impacts an organization's infrastructure, such as a virus attack, data breach, or system outage, etc. Then, incident management process. The incident management process is a combination of several steps. First one is preparation, detection and analysis, classification and prevention, notification, containment, forensic investigation, eradication and recovery, and the last one is post-incident activities. Some responsibilities of the incident response team. The incident response team is very responsible for playing an active role in responding to managing and preventing security incidents. The tasks of the team are proactive approach, developing and reviewing processes, managing the response, identifying and analyzing, reviewing legal and regulatory changes, etc. What is vulnerability assessment and penetration testing? The short form of vulnerability assessment and penetration testing is VAPT. VAPT has become an essential process in the security of an organization. Using this method, an organization can identify the weakness in their information system and networks, which provides protection against attacks by hackers. Some types of VAPT. VAPT potential vulnerabilities is an organization's network systems and applications. There are different types of vulnerability assessment that are used to analyze an organization's security infrastructures. First one is active assessment, second one is passive assessment, third one is host-based assessment, fourth one is internal assessment, and the last one is wireless network assessment. Different steps of penetration testing. There are almost three penetration testing. First one is pre-attack phase, second one is attack phase, and third one is post-attack phase. What is security testing methodology? Security testing methodology is a systemic process used to identify security vulnerabilities in systems, applications, and networks. With this methodology, an organization can identify vulnerabilities in their information systems and take necessary steps to prevent potential threats. Some examples of STM. First one is OWASP. The full meaning is Open Web Application Security Project. This project that develops software tools and processes to enhance the security of web application and demonstrates way to maintain security. Second one is OSSTMM. Open Source Security Testing Methodology Manual. This methodology provides a variety of security tests, including data control, spoofing, and social engineering tests. It performs security tests in a variety of domains. Third one is ISSAF, Information Systems Security Assessment Framework. This is an open source project that provides security supports for professionals. Last one is EC Council, that license penetration tester methodology. This methodology provides information system security auditing according to industry standards. Then LPT methodology sets standards for security testing across the full range of testing processes and is used by licensed testers. So we are in the conclusion part. Cybersecurity is not just a technical issue but a necessity for everyone in today's digital era. By staying aware, using strong passwords, updating our systems, and being careful online, we can protect ourselves from many risks. Remember, cybersecurity is a shared responsibility. Each one of us has a role to play in keeping the digital world safe. Thank you all for listening to my presentation. I hope it has helped you understand the importance of cybersecurity and how we can protect ourselves online. Thank you all. Assalamu alaikum.